put on. They were established on the Pit Special aerobatic biplane. They flew the pits, including many appearances at the Air Tattoo shows, through until after the 1991 season when they transitioned to the extra EA 300.
So with a requirement, Ben, of 2,500 feet for the full sequence, I think we might be in luck.
And here they are in for their first manoeuvre, the 2024 Royal Jordanian Falcons. They start in box formation, rolling right to perform a quarter clover leaf. And they stay in this very tight box formation to perform a barrel roll. Not what we call it a barrel roll, aerobatic parlance. You imagine a blade on its side, the aircraft following the path all the way around in 360. It's very much a pitching and rolling manoeuvre. Leading the team for 2024 is the Royal Jordanian Falcons Director of Operations, Jamil Zayad. He's been with the team since 2002 and has some 3,700 flying hours. Now, we'll go to the right, and we'll shortly see the formation changing. They just skirt a little bit of drifting low cloud. They'll be getting into Team Tango formation with the two women now coming up in line abreast on the leader. After initially flying the mid-wing extra 300 it's in 2018 that they upgraded to this outstanding 330 LX model.
This aircraft, purpose-built for box aircraft, was up to unlimited category of aerobatics, holding many world championships within its
and they're an uncomfortable negative G push out of that half Cuban. But they're pulling through down towards the right-hand end. It's eventually World Championships. Their liners is the land of choice, the extra 330 series in single-seat 330SC form of France's national competition aerobatic team, which their Air Force operates, the Équipe de Voltige de l'Armée de l'Air, which has many champions in its credit.
These aircraft time was the winner of the Bill Hartree Memorial Trophy just a month ago at the RIAT competition.
Yes, with the French pilot, Captain Sébastien Suchet, at the controls. And more negative G now, as they perform an inverted turn. All the while, the formation absolutely immaculate.
Absolutely beautiful. This aircraft capable of an eye-watering +10 and -10 Gs. We've already seen an aircraft that's carrying the extra 330 has an extra bank of cylinders, making it a 6-cylinder, 315 horsepower, AEIO 580.
As we look at them flying on the left wing of the formation is Major Ferras Al-Quaitat. He's been a team member since 2022, 1,350 flying hours. He makes a lot of use of these quarter cloverleaf manoeuvres as repositioning device is always very, very attractive. Heading away from us now on the B-axis, and this is where we see the formation split into two pairs, and this is their salute to all of you, the Royal Jordanian Falcons Heart. All the pilots in the team are either current or former members of the Royal Jordanian Air Force, flying combat and transport types of one type or another, including some with F-16 experience. And as I mentioned, the front line of the Royal Jordanian Air Force represented with us for the first time in many years by a pair who's a regular visitor to the air tattoo, and it's the Royal Jordanian Air Force Hertz. Bring over the extras to Europe every summer for their annual tour, now coming last in opposition. We'll see them speed. First chance to enjoy some solo action from a man who's flying at the back of the box formation, retired Royal Jordanian Air Force Colonel Sharif Patou. He's been with the team since 2017. He has the most flying hours of any of the pilots in this display, in excess of 5,700 and counting. Well on show there. Now Sharif Patou heads away from us as the main three-ship formation run in, but he crosses with them. They're now in line abreast formation, a line abreast loop. This very strong airframe is built of TIG-welded steel tube construction, with the wings, rudder, and landing gear all manufactured in material. Seat only is instrumented for the piloting command. They're flying solo today from the rear seat. Having performed an enormous barrel roll off to the right, the three aircraft now pull up on the 45-degree line. Still in quite close formation, and this time in synchronised stall turns. The airspeed leads off, the rudder is applied, and round they go. And we'll see here the lead pilot and the right wingman go into mirror formation, with the left wingman flying barrel rolls around them. The right wingman here, the aircraft on top of the mirror formation, is Lieutenant Colonel Mohammed Abu Al-Jazar. He's used to Royal Jordanian Falcons this year. He has 2,100 flying hours. The soloist then for a climbing slide. And then torque rolling back down. As the solo exits, it crosses again with the three-ship. So pulling up into another quarter clover leaf, but this time the flourish comes, the downward split. All three aircraft going vertical and rolling in the vertical. All three stall turns as the soloist enters again. And this time it's for a short programme of freestyle aerobatics. Powerful bicoming engine coupled with a four-bladed constant speed prop made by MT Propellers of Germany. The theory of the constant speed propeller is that the pilot selects the RPM required in this instance, 2500 RPM, which is 80% power, and the engine, the
changed off yet.
Time now for one of the signature manoeuvres of the team. You see them rolling out in front of us with smoke on. The team comes from the Hashemite kingdom of Jordan, and this manoeuvre is their Hashemite break. As I said, it was at the personal bequest of the late His Majesty King Hussein bin Talal that the team was founded on the Pit Special in 1976, and King Hussein was a great supporter, as indeed the whole of the Jordanian royal family always has been, of the air tattoo show. You see a very sizable crossover straight in front of us. Following the death of King Hussein in the 1999 Royal International Air Tattoo, the extra 300s of the Royal Jordanian Falcons flew with the de Havilland Dove that had been one of the late King's personal aircraft in a memorable formation. I believe that's 25 years ago now. Dove, numerous personal mounts of the King, also was well known for flying into the air tattoo in the Jordanian Royal Flight Lockheed TriStar on a couple of occasions in the 1980s. Peace and friendship throughout the world through the means of aviation, and this it does with an extensive international tour every year. This is the only UK date for 2024. They'll be appearing at other shows. Very snappy formation rejoin. So the solo pilot is off to the right, the three ship to the left. They're going to cross the display centre. Soloist at the knife edge. Again, looping in line abreast formation, which gives added opportunity for the solo to close down on them. Doing so initially inverted.
Despite that, inverted, then turning the right way up with about 60 knots of overtake. See, just pulling a little bit of lead on the formation. Just get back into the box. Standing in a short period of time.
Now, talking about standing, this next manoeuvre is a piece of aerial artistry. Slow roll, a very difficult thing to perform solo. We're going to see them doing it in this very close formation.
The two working hard at the rest of the formation, the two on the outside. So not only are they slow rolling, they are also rolling around the outside of the formation. Beautifully executed, and so the team now using a wing over to come back in towards the tattoo in the late 1970s that the team took its British bow, and they've flown at many other venues around the United Kingdom as well over the years. Among our most treasured guests in every edition of the Air Tattoo. Now, we're coming towards the end of their display. Another clover leaf to bring them back onto the B-axis display line. They're reconfiguring into what they dub Concorde formation, getting ready for their final break. And so, with the Concorde fan break, we present to you for the final time the 2024 Royal Jordanian Falcons. What can you say? Immaculate flying.
Reading from the script.
Quite rare that we see two national display teams
back-to-back in the RIAT flight display, but that's what we're going to do now with one of the representatives of one of NATO's newest member countries. But a team that is looking a bit different for 2024, thanks to the colour scheme Line 3 of the aircraft, but are equipping it for displays at present. Hawks on hand, because it's the 50th anniversary of that aeroplane as well. So as the Royal Jordanian Falcons roll out after their sequence, next to take the runway will be our first representation of two slots from the Finnish Air Force.
They've just been cleared to line up and wait.
First Lieutenant Artu.
Why fucking shit?
Good afternoon, the Finnish Air Force and Fighter Squadron 41's Midnight Hawks take pleasure in performing new flight demonstration of the season 2024. I'm Captain Lauri Lappalainen 7 and is responsible for the music played during today's show. We are delighted and deeply honored to be performed also, but due to engine restrictions that have been in place over the last year, today we are performing with